Are you serious? We got to get to the news. There's some stuff, other than Osama bin Laden being killed, there's some stuff going on. It's insane. All right, Philip down in Alabama, who's been living the nightmare of this terrible tornadoes that ripped through the South, has sent a very interesting story to me. Of course, this was on CNN. I want to read it to you from CNN. They're blowing up the levees. They're blowing up the Madrid Fault levees on the Mississippi River. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yes, but maybe they should. It makes me wonder. My good friend out there in Idaho, Stephen, who's been so concerned about the Madrid Fault, and he's not the only one. A lot of people who've been watching FEMA, keeping their eye on these FEMA death camps, which I have been watching, concerned about even the heart people who've really been watching some of the weather and starting to say, hey, look, the reason there's been these earthquakes, the reason these tsunamis, take a look at Japan, take a look at the potential for look at all these tornadoes in the South. They're concerned about what's going on. Let's read right here, though, from CNN quickly. I want to cover this story. I think it's important. Did you realize it's happening? Are you serious, Paul? They're going to flood 200 miles of farmland? What's that going to do to the price of food? But we're talking about a whole city here. If you don't blow this thing up, it's going to flood in a city. Or at least they say they are. Let's read it. From CNN. A series of blasts that briefly illuminated the night sky like lightning. The United States Army Corps of Engineers began blowing up the Mississippi River levee. They did it last night, flooding about 200 square miles of rich farmland in Missouri in efforts to bring down the historic river levels and spare the city of Cairo, Illinois, and other small communities in that area. Now, the controversial decision to breach the bird's point of view Madrid Levee, we're talking about the Madrid Fault line, to breach the bird's point of view Madrid Levee appeared to be working, said Colonel Vernie Rechling, commander of the Corps' Memphis district. What I want you folks to understand, and that's right down there in that area, right in there, that little creek and that little crevice area, right there where the Mississippi River and the Ohio River run real close, and there's a little town sitting in the middle called Cairo, Illinois. This thing is in the verge of being destroyed. This town, now listen to this, the Ohio River at Cairo, Illinois, peaked at 61.72 feet just before the blast late Monday. 61.72 feet. The water level. That's insane. That's the highest in history. Are you serious? The highest level ever recorded, according to the National Weather Service, and this was at 6 a.m. Tuesday. It had fallen to 60.62 feet, according to river gauge readings provided by the Corps of Engineers. Now, even that still exceeded the previous records of 59.5 feet back in 1937. Again, we have record earthquakes in Japan, record tsunamis, record tornadoes, record floods along the Mississippi. What's going on? Are we talking Bible prophecy? Are we looking at Matthew 24 when he said in the last days there will be wars, rumors of wars? There will be nation rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, pestilence, earthquakes in divers places, natural disasters beyond our comprehension. What's coming this summer? Are we looking at some of the world's worst hurricanes in history? Are you thinking straight here? Are you right? Are you serious? What's coming? What's coming? Radical jihad, you think it's dead? Just because Osama bin Laden's body's floating at the bottom of the ocean? Are you serious? He's not floating, as a matter of fact, he's down at the bottom. Let me finish this article. This is CNN. According to the Weather Service records, the 59.5 feet record, which was set in 1937, has been shattered. Now, the breach could cause river levels to fall by 3 to 4 feet over the next few days. Just by blowing up these, just by blowing up this levee could help take this water levels down by at least 3 to 4 feet. According to Major General Michael Walsh, commander of the Corps' Mississippi River Division. Without an intentional breach, authorities had warned that the massive flooding that could wipe out the entire city of Cairo, Illinois, which sits at the confluence of the Ohio and the Mississippi rivers. Cairo's mayor had already ordered that the entire city of 2,800 residents evacuate. Get out of here, he said. You gotta go, because if this levee goes, it'll flood, it'll crush them. You'll think, oh my God, it'd be worse than a tsunami. Missouri officials took the Corps to court over the plan. They didn't want it to happen. And you can't blame the farmers of Missouri. They're sitting there, the levee's working, their farmland's protected. I mean, my Lord. They questioned the agency's authority to intentionally breach the levee. Let's pray for the people down there. It's getting very serious. I'm Paul Begley. Read more about this